Door-to-door transport as a service. Let's take a moment to reflect. Think back to 2020, January. It wasn't that long ago, just 5 years. But life was completely different. Before COVID, isolation wasn't a big concern. Meetings were in person. Zoom was hardly known. And working online was something only tech nerds did. Conversations about cars were all about petrol versus diesel. Electric cars? Not in rural Donegal. Solar panels, microgeneration, feed-in tariffs. No one even ever heard of them. Even communication was different. International calls were expensive. And if you had family in Australia, you might have used Skype if you were tech savvy enough. WhatsApp, it was barely on the radar. And fibre broadband, sure, that was something to do with breakfast cereal, not the internet. Streaming services like Netflix were still a novelty. AI, that was either a conversation between a farmer and his vet, or a futuristic concept for scientists in labs. And yet, that was just 5 years ago. Now fast forward to 2025. In what feels like the blink of an eye, everything has changed. Zoom meetings are part of daily life. WhatsApp group chats are constant. Remote medical consultations are becoming a standard. And good luck trying to do anything with the government if you're not online. Even finding an open bank branch is a challenge. What about AI? Artificial intelligence. It's not just here. It's accelerating at an unbelievable pace. We're not talking about slow, predictable progress anymore. The rate of change is exponential, like compound interest on steroids. If we've come this far since 2020, imagine where we'll be by 2030. The problem with traditional thinking. So why does this matter? Because when we talk about 5-year plans, whether it's for older people, for Donegal's future, or for sustainability in Mainsheds, we're still using linear thinking. We plan like change will happen at a slow, steady pace, just like it did always before 2020. But that's not the reality anymore. AI, automation, and digital technology are disrupting everything. Public administration, transport, healthcare, nothing is untouched. At least virtual meetings have helped make planning more inclusive. But we need to think much bigger. The challenge: rural transport and isolation. Here's the real issue: mobility loss in rural Donegal. As we age, our independence depends on being able to get around. But what happens when eyesight fades? When driving becomes too stressful? When there's no local bus, no train, and no way to get to the doctor or to the shops? We talk about improving local minibus services, but even a short walk down a rural lane in Donegal, especially in the wind and the rain, can be too much for someone with limited mobility. The truth is, the real solution isn't more minibuses, it's something far bigger. The future is here: AI and self-driving transport. We need to stop pretending that autonomous vehicles are science fiction. They're not. They're here. Elon Musk just launched the Cybertaxi, a full self-driving 2-passenger car. Price? Around 30 to 35,000 euro. This isn't some futuristic dream. It's happening right now. And if we ignore it, we're turning our backs on the one real viable solution for rural transport. A bold idea: Donegal's Cybertaxi project. Instead of fighting change, why not lead it? Think about it. Donegal's population is around 160,000. Roughly 30,000 people are over 65. If we focus on the households most in need, let's say 10,000 homes, we could build a fleet of 10,000 cyber taxis as community assets. These self-driving vehicles, supported by ride-sharing technology, could offer on-demand door-to-door transport for older residents. What would that mean? Scalability and affordability. A structured, cost-effective fleet rather than scattered, inefficient services. Job creation. Younger people could work in managing, maintaining and supporting the system. Massive public service savings, less pressure on hospitals, HSE service at home care support. Global recognition. Donegal could become a world leader in AI-powered rural transport. Now let's take that even further. Imagine this. Donegal is partners with Elon Musk. We pitched the Donegal It's Different project and asked Tesla to donate 10,000 cyber taxis to create the first AI-powered rural transport network. Why would Musk do it? Well, a live testing ground for a self-driving fleet in a challenging real-world rural environment. A global marketing dream. Imagine the headlines. Donegal. A way to prove that AI-powered transport isn't just for cities but for the entire world. Rethinking the problem. Let's be honest. The idea of more minibuses and traditional transport services for Donegal's ageing population, it's outdated. It won't scale. It won't last. It's not sustainable. We need to embrace innovation. And if that sounds unrealistic, just stop and think about how much has changed since 2020. 5 years ago, if someone told you that in 2025, most of your daily life would be run through AI, Zoom, and digital services, would you have believed them? So why should we assume that 2030 will be any different? Okay, so how can you help? One, you can spread the word. Start the conversation with your friends, family, neighbours. If you know how to get this idea in front of Elon Musk, let's make it happen. Two, join the conversation. Let's organise virtual meetings and explore the possibilities. Three, think big. Donegal could be different, but only if we're willing to challenge the way we've always done things. Watch this. For a glimpse into the future, watch the 6-minute video of Elon Musk's cyber taxi launch. And I'll paste the YouTube link in the information below. A final thought. As Robert Kennedy once said, some people see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not. So if you're up for that challenge, let's start the conversation.